When the film begins, we see a young man named Jun-woo, who lives with his parents and sister. He used to devote all of his time with his friends playing live video games. He had craze of playing PUBG game. Just like this, one day he's busy in playing this, but his family isn't at home. While playing the game, a TV news report states that a virus has spread throughout Seoul, Korea. Infected people are biting each other. This virus has spread this much that it's out of government control now. People who are disinfected couldn't find a way to escape. Hearing this, he looks out from his apartment's balcony. He sees that people are brutally biting each other. Seeing this situation, he gets nervous. In fact, this was zombie virus, due to which infected people were becoming zombies. When he comes to his flat, one of his neighbor forcefully enters his house. He seeks permission from Jun-woo to use his washroom, but then Jun sees a news that infected people show cannibalistic nature, their skin becomes white and eyes become red. With this, his neighbor converts into a zombie. But Jun-woo manages to get him out of the house and hurriedly closes the door. Jun's family send a message to him that if he's alright, and also stay alive. He writes alive on a sticky note and pastes it on his parents' picture. He does this for his motivation and closes himself in his flat. He uses fridge as a barrier to protect himself from zombies. He uploads a public note regarding stay alive on social media. He does this to seek some help. No one comes for his help because in the area he was living was infected with zombies. He detected it with the help of drone when he could avail signals. His mobile phone's battery was dead now. This virus had been spread all around his neighborhood rapidly. Everyone has become a zombie. Especially, these zombies remembered their habits of daily routine, like hearing, watching, movement, or their daily routine. If they used to go office, they were going to office even after becoming zombies. Hearing this, it looked like a new concept in zombies. Jun-woo remembers that he can convey his message for help through radio. But there wasn't any device like this in his house. Time was passing, and every day Jun-woo made videos for his help. It is obvious that living like prisoners in house for many days made everything run short, like food supplies, internet, and network. In night, he sees a police officer who was fighting with zombies to save her life. But those zombies kill her too. Everything was happening in front of Jun-woo. He drags zombies' attention towards him to save her, police officer, but all in vain. Meanwhile, a zombie opens the main door and tries to come near him. And he creates a dramatic scene as if he has fallen from his building. Those zombies fall off the building too and are killed. But Jun-woo saves his life by acting wisely. When he saves his life from zombies, he sees that eatables in his house have finished. Then he compromises with his appetite by drinking. In the start, he feels good, then he starts having hallucinations that his family has come home and everything has become normal, but the reality was different. Suddenly his mobile phone network restores and his family has sent him a voice note. This voice note was last in humans because they had also become zombies. He becomes so aggressive and starts breaking his house. Angrily, he breaks everything in his house and comes out of his flat. But after fighting and seeing those scary zombies, he comes back to his flat. He only remembered one thing, and it was, stay alive. By seeing zombies, he decides that he'll never become a zombie. By thinking of it, he was going to hang himself to death, but suddenly, someone from Frontier Building saves him with the help of a laser light. When he gets up to see, he sees another survivor in that building named Kim Yoo-bin. They both talked through signals. Yoo-bin had planted a trap on her main door, in which a zombie is trapped. Availing the chance, she kills him. She was a nice girl, she didn't want to kill anyone, but situation made her to kill him. because if she had not killed him, he would have killed her. She observes that Junwoo is hungry for many days. So, for giving him food, she ties food with rope and tries to throw it in his apartment. The ball, with the help of which she was throwing rope, falls down on the road. Junwoo sends his drone to her and a rope is tied between them. And then, food is delivered to him. After it, a zombie sees that ball. He was firefighter in his real life. And he knew how to climb up with the help of rope. Because it was a part of their nature, not to forget their habits. He pulls that ball, which is attached to rope tied with Yubin's table. That table moves from its place and hits Yubin SND, she becomes faint. Those zombies start climbing the rope. Junwoo sends a drone around him to divert his attention and makes a cut on his face. On his main gate, zombies were trying to break his door. Because of which Junwoo's attention gets distracted and that zombie catches the drone. Now, Yubin becomes conscious and cuts the hand of that zombie. He falls down and dies. Junwoo decides to find food in nearby flats. He takes a key from a zombie and comes inside the flat. He thinks this zombie as an owner of this flat. He finds food supplies, walkie-talkie, earphones and mountain hiking equipments there. He thinks that resident of this place must be so adventurous. He goes to bedroom where he sees a lady who's dead. Meanwhile, infected house owner comes and attack him, but somehow, he manages to save his life and goes away. He wanted to convey message through radio signals, but unfortunately, radio was down too. He sends one walkie-talkie to Yubin. They both keep taking to each other for many days. She tells Junwoo that she's afraid of heights. Here we realizes that having someone on your side is more necessary for human than having food. Because living alone isn't free from damage sometime. For drinking water, they both used to place containers outside. After rain, these containers would become full with water. One day, a lot of zombies approached the apartment. Their movement felt like it was raining. In reality, this was the sound of running zombies. In hustle, some things fall of the Yubin's hands. By hearing this, all zombies start coming directly to her apartment. At the same time, Junwoo calls through the landline number of his house to the house beside her. Because of which all zombies go to other apartment, which means they had strong hearing ability. They both talk that if they stay here like this, they'll die one day. Yubin tells Junwoo that she has not seen any zombie on 8th floor of your building. She says that they have to go there to find some food to stay alive. They both fall to the ground, and a fierce battle ensues between them and the zombies. Somehow, they enter the lift after saving their lives after many difficulties. They reach the 8th floor, but zombies were not leaving them and come there too. Then an unknown person comes and saves them from zombies. That man offers them food and water. Yubin was doubtful about him from the start. Therefore she doesn't eat food. But forcibly, they had to eat that food. That man was really not a good person. He was deceiving them. He had mixed medicine in their food to make them unconscious. He ties them when they get faint. In fact, he was taking Yubin as a food for her zombie wife. He throws her in his wife's room. Meanwhile, Junwoo wakes up and points the gun toward him, but that man doesn't listen to him. Here, Yubin acts wisely by covering that woman's face with cloth and pushes her to her husband. She bites her own husband. Yubin kills them unwantedly. By hearing bullet sounds, all zombies move forward to this flat. Yubin orders that Junwoo shoot her, and afterwards they listen to the sound of a helicopter. After competing zombies for long, they both come to the roof of building. But alas, they don't see any helicopter there. They shoot other zombies with remaining bullets and as well as pray for their life. At last, helicopters approach them in reality. By shooting the zombies, they rescue both of them. After leaving that place, signal restores and they become happy after seeing messages of their friends. Both survivors upload their pictures on internet and tell their location. Finally, Junwoo's stay alive turns into alive, and with it, movie ends here.